You know, at this point, I think everybody knows that I like cars. But what you might not have noticed is there's a particular type of vehicle I like. So we have the Dodge Ram, the Grand Caravan, and the Chrysler. So at this point you might be thinking, he's a Mopar man. You'd be wrong. It keeps going. The Trans Am, a Suzuki, and a BMW. What do they all have in common? They're black. That's right, black vehicles. I like black vehicles like... Insert joke here. I'll come up with something edited in. No, wait, I'm back. I thought of the joke. I like black cars as much as the CDC likes to change its mind on providing guidelines. Still doesn't hit as hard as I'd hope. I'll keep working on it. But I like them a lot. But as you guys might know, there's one thing that's kind of wrong with black vehicles, and it's keeping them clean. My daily driver is a Chrysler, and I washed this yesterday. You guys see this right here? It just comes right down. What we're gonna do in today's video is wash this up, clay bar it, and then put on a ceramic coating. I'd like to see how it holds up to the dust that I get on it from everyday driving. So follow along, sit back, relax, and let's see how this bad boy cleans up. So everybody's seen a car wash before, you should know how to do it. If not, there's a ton of videos online about it. So suffice to say that I'm doing a top down with a dual bucket, and this is a rare instance where I'm using a little bit of dish soap. So I'm using some car wash soap without any wax additive. That's what I meant to say. And a little bit of Dawn dish soap to get any sort of wax or any sort of coating that might be on this stripped down. We only want to do this when we're gonna put the ceramic coat on and clay bar it a little bit later. So if you guys have questions on how to wash a car, search it. There's a million things out there on how to do it. It's gonna be a lot better than me anyways. Is there anything nicer than a wet and clean 300? So we want to pull it into the shade to let it dry off. I'm going to use a leaf blower to blow it across, get the water off as quickly as possible. Before we get the whole thing dried off, might be a good point to show you what it looks like before the ceramic coating, right? So let me see here. You're able to see this. This isn't really a bead. See how I can just draw with it and it just follows my finger. It doesn't beat up afterwards. It's sitting right on the surface. Again, on the back also. Look at this shiny part right up here. You can just see what it's doing. Down, there you go, on the lip of that bumper. See how it's not a bead, it's just saturating the surface of the water. Why is that, you ask? I'll tell you. Water is actually hydrophobic. It doesn't like to stick to itself as much as you think. So it will try to stick to anything it possibly can other than itself or before itself. So if you look very, very closely, microscopic level on your paint, you'll see that the paint's very, very sharp and rigid. It has a lot of nooks and crannies for the water to get into, and it will hold on to that portion of the paint or the clear coat. So we put a ceramic coat over, it smooths those over so the water has nothing to hold on to but itself, and therefore it will start beading. So a little bit of a scientific explanation of what a ceramic coat does and how water behaves and its properties in the absence of a ceramic coat, and then again with the ceramic coat. Drink it in, boys and girls. This is it. Next time you see it, it's going to be nice and shiny, clean, and ceramic coated. At this point, we got the 300 washed, clay bar and ran over with isopropyl alcohol. The next step is to apply the ceramic coating. So what I'm going with is the Avalon King. I've seen it all over the place. A lot of the bigger YouTube guys are really promoting it left and right. You can pick it up at a really good deal. I think I got mine on a special from Alex at Legit Street Cars. So it's what I'm going to work with. Hopefully it turns out well, but from what I've seen, it's going to. A lot of people are using this and their cars look pretty good. This car, I don't know, best case scenario was a 20-footer already. So if it just spruces it up and maintains a 20-foot status for a longer amount of time, I'm going to consider this a win. But as you can see right now, it looks really good. Nice and shiny, nice and clean. I'll probably go over one more time just to see if there's any residue or streaks anywhere, and then get applying with the Armor King shield. Well, gang, we did it. Look at this bad boy. I'm happy with how it turns out right now, right? But the real test is after a couple weeks, days, months, years, perhaps? Who knows? But right now, the 300 is looking pretty good, if I say so myself. So that's it. That's Avalon King. I'll do a check-in here in a few months or maybe a few days. Once it's cured, I'm going to leave it in the garage for about a week and drive something else for the meantime to make sure it cures fully. It's kind of going to be dust-free in here. I think it's going to be our best bet of having this last for the long shot. Leave a comment below if you've used Avalon King and you like it. I would really like to know what your results have been, and I'll keep you updated with mine. So until next time, stay safe and show them your taillights.